Just a little bit of Philip Schofield story, or rather this morning. Yesterday, Gino made a sensational return to This Morning, and he was quite naughty. He did two little pieces, and the first little piece, anything happened in the months since I'd been away, and he said that he'd originally intended to do something with aubergines, but wasn't allowed to do anything with an aubergine in it. I wasn't allowed to cook aubergines. I don't know whether that was I think that was a coy reference, really, wasn't it? And then, and then, I think something sort of splashed, and Holly said, "Oh, be careful! You'll get Steve in the eye." Well, Steve is a rather engaging cameraman, and I think that was an attempt to demonstrate that the claim that she and indeed Philip Schofield didn't know the names of any of the staff in This Morning. This was a claim by what's the name of the man who used to host This Morning with Ruth Langsford? I can't remember his name. Nameless, unimportant. Anyway, he had said that Holly Willoughby didn't know anybody's name, so here she was, proving that she knew the name of Steve, the cameraman. I don't know how all this was intended, how devised all this was. I suspect fairly well scripted, and quite entertaining in its format. Has This Morning moved on? Has it secured itself since Philip Schofield's departure? I don't think so. Dermot is significantly more assured than Holly Willoughby, who looks lost on set, giggling a little bit more than she was at the beginning of her time back from quote holiday, but not really into it. And yeah, it's a pathetic shadow of what it has been, and I think it needs rethinking. I think if there is a magazine show, and I suppose there always will be of some sort, it needs to be significantly more constructed. It needs to be constructed in a different way, and I think it needs to be predicated not on the personality of the of the fake couple on the sofa. It needs to be predicated on the idea of the show itself, in the same way that Blue Peter was. Blue Peter was not Valerie, John, and Pete or something. I can't remember who they were. Blue Peter was the brand, was the ship, was the jaunty music, and that magazine format. And in a way, it didn't really matter who presented it. This morning has tied up too much airtime and focus on the presenters, and is perhaps not sufficiently capable of focusing on the content, and it needs to change that significantly and fast if it's going to survive at all.